Welcome to r/EntitledParents. In today's stories, an EM who steals expensive seats at a monster truck show, an entitled EM Uber driver, and another EM who demands that they connect to someone else's hotspot. Oh my word. Hey guys, I hope you're well, and if you enjoy Reddit content, don't forget to click that subscribe button as you'll love the rest of our content. And with that being said, let's get started. Our first story is from It's a Joe D. EM steals our expensive seats for monster trucks and almost pushes me into the arena. This isn't entitled, this is a psycho. So context, my dad and I loved Monster Jam, which is just monster trucks, and we wanted to get to go see a show that was in our state and not too far of a drive to. So we got the seats that were right next to a railing that guards us from falling into the arena. They were pretty expensive. We drive and I'm pumped for the show and I'm going crazy. We make it to the arena and find our seats. We put our coats on our seats so we can find them easily after we get snacks, which I'm pretty sure I get a hot dog, Dr. Pepper and some hot Cheetos. But you're not here to listen to my order. We're walking down to the steps and looking for our seats but can't find them. My dad then spots my coat on the rail and my dad's on the floor. We walk over and see EM and EK sitting in our spots, clearly mocking us for leaving our spots unattended. This is what happened next. Cast, me, EM spelled backwards. I like that. Dad, wow. EM, enormous McDonald's. EK, endangered koala. My dad walks up and kindly asks the parents to move as they're in our seats. So the EM, being the son of Poopy Head, says, "Finders keepers," to which the kid replies, "Losers weepers." My dad is a kind person and tells them that our coats were on our seats and they threw them on the floor. This set off EM. The EM said, "What? Are you accusing me of stealing?" To which my dad replied, "Yes, these are our seats," and shows the tickets. The EM says, "Those are fake, you can't even make me move, even if those were real." I'm practically about to cry. I've been waiting for this event for a while and having it ruined by an EM sucked. Also, a lot of people have caught onto the situation and were staring. My dad said, "Please move from our seats, we paid good money for these." "No, I promised my son I would get him the best tickets for this event and you're ruining it for him." "I have a child too, you're not special." "But I'm a single mother." "Boo hoo, move." My dad was getting pretty agitated and I've barely seen his bad side, so some of the things I really didn't expect out of him. The EK said, "Mummy, why is the stranger taking our seats?" "Oh sweetie, he's just a piece of crap that won't stop bothering us." My dad said, "What? You stop your mouth right there." EM does the quickest headspin I've ever seen and is in shock. "I don't know who you're calling that, but you are the bad person here and you should go rot in hell. My kid has been waiting his whole life for this and you are crushing it. You need to control yourself and start being a good citizen or you can leave." The EM was speechless and I could see tears from EK. EM knew she was defeated and started moving away, but then she pulled this. The EM said, "If my kid can't be happy, you shouldn't deserve to have a kid." She then proceeded to push me back and I started to fall back. Luckily my dad has the best reflexes and caught me. EM tried to storm up the stairs but a crowd of people stopped her from moving. EM shouted, "Move out of my way!" But no one budged, surprisingly. Some guy had already called security and they escorted her out of the arena. None of it was captured on TV since it hadn't started, but it would have been crazy to see if it was live. I heard she went to jail for assault to a minor and a bunch of other things. They also put the child into child services since they couldn't find the father. I spent the rest of the show pretty frightened by what happened, but just tried to forget it. Still, a great show. Thanks for reading. So there we go, an EM with attempted murder. Oh my word. What are your thoughts on this story? Let me know in the comments below. Our next story is from Ligamentary. I hope I got it right. EM Uber driver takes us on a surprise diaper run. I feel like this sub has made me more aware of my EP encounters. Background, my husband and I were going out to dinner and both wanted a drink, so called an Uber. Cast H, husband, EM entitled mum, me. We got in the Uber and had to wedge in the middle because there was a large card seat set up in one of the seats. And the front seat had a bunch of stuff on it. Don't know what she would have done if we were 4 people. There was a conspicuous tip jar that said, "Help out a working mama, $5 and up." Considering my entire ride was supposed to cost $11 and Uber is cheap out here, I don't know where she pulled that figure from, but I work full time when raising my kids, and I know that times can be tight, so didn't want to judge. Right away that driver started talking up a storm. Normally this would be perfectly fine, but my husband and I were in the middle of a serious discussion when we got in the car. A friend has cancer and got bad news, but the driver kept cutting in with spontaneous questions. Do you use Uber often? What do you do for work? Etc. Not wanting to be rude, we answered the questions and reciprocated. All I could think to ask, because I was a little distracted by the sad news, was, how do you like Uber? This kicked off a whole long session of oversharing. I said, how do you like being an Uber driver? The EM said, well, I'll be honest, it's not the best. It's just that there aren't any other jobs that have mummy hours, you know, besides ones that require a degree or drug testing or some shiz. To which I said, well, I guess setting your own hours is nice. Oh yeah, you know, being a mum is crazy and your schedule has to completely revolve around the baby. I don't know who the dad is, and I have my suspicions, you know, but none of the guys I thought it could be were consent to a paternity test, so, well, guess I'm on my own. My husband said, well, good for you getting out there and making it happen. There was a brief silence, and we go back to our conversation. In the middle of it, EM again. You know, I was up with my kid all last night and it was pretty crazy. I had to leave her with a friend just to find some time to work, because I'd taken a nap because I've tried doing Uber on no sleep before, and haha, that's not a mistake I'm gonna make twice. I said, yeah, wow. I was hoping to signal that we didn't feel like talking, and it worked, but all of a sudden she pulled into a Costco parking lot. My husband said, oh, excuse me, is everything okay? The EM said, yeah, this is Costco, just isn't on my way home, so I thought it'd be okay if I run in and buy some diapers. Note, the app was still charging us. My husband said, no, actually, we're running late to meet people. The EM said, haha, must be nice to have time to go out and see friends. You guys are on mummy hours now. Got to get in where it fits in. I'll just be a second. So we thought, why argue with her? We're going to call a new car. We didn't want to cancel her because it would charge us a fee, so we just sent her a message asking her to cancel and explaining we had to get going. We thought that would be the end of it, but no, she called us. Where did you go? I've been waiting for you for over half an hour of time I could have spent working. It hadn't even been 15 minutes since she left us, so that was a lie. I said, we sent you a message. We couldn't wait, like we were explaining to you earlier. You took away my working time. You owe me big. Cancel the ride, and you better leave a nice tip for putting me through all this. Really, the nerve. And she's still going on and on how she's going to be late to pick up her kid. She sets her own hours, so I don't know how that's possible. And finally my husband just said, yeah, we're not going to do that. Sorry. At this point he just cancelled, so she couldn't call anymore, and we wrote to dispute the fee. Thankfully, Uber refunded it. It was a small amount, but no one else paying anything for that experience. The thought of a tip jar on the front that said something like mummy hours on it makes me want to puke. What is your thoughts on that story, guys? Would you tip her? Or would you wait in the car park for her? Our next story is from Illusion91121. Let me connect to your hotspot. So I was at hospital with my family at 1 AM because my little sister, 2.5 years old, was having a very bad cough. I pulled out my phone as I had nothing to do. There was at least 30-minute wait before the doctor could see us. My sister was not part of the data pool for our family yet, so I hotspotted her so that she could keep her 2 gigabytes for times when I'm not there. We must have had our conversation pretty loud because a woman comes up to me and asks if I could hotspot her too, because she needed to take a WhatsApp call to someone. Being sleepy at 1 AM, I just said yes and asked for her phone so I could enter the password. You know the cast already. EM said, just tell me the password. I don't feel comfortable giving my phone to strangers. I said, I get that, but in the same way, I don't feel comfortable giving my strangers my password. Come on, you can trust me. I promise I won't do anything. I said, I'm sorry, but I won't do that. EM said, fine. Her tone suggested that she was doing me a favour by using my data. She hands me her phone and I enter the password. She walks away and 40 minutes later, again I was sleepy AF and lost track of time. When my parents are with the doctor, she walks back with an iPad in her hand. The EM said, enter the password on this too and be quick about it. I said, no, I only allowed you to use it for a call. The EM said, just shut up and connect it. It's not like you need all the data to yourself. My sister went hey, but I cut her off and told her not to get involved. I knew how to handle her since I knew about this sub. EK said, I want to watch a kids show that I can't remember. Now! EM said to EK, just a minute, and then to me, look what you're doing to EK. Just give me the damn password. I said, enough. First off, it's my data and I can do whatever the hell I want with it. Secondly, you said one call for 10 minutes, not 40. Lastly, I'm turning my network off. My sister was just listening to music, so it wouldn't bother her. The EM said, watch your tone with me. I'll just play it on my phone which is connected, and if you turn it off. I thought of something to pee her off further. I said, fine, I won't turn it off. EM smugly, that's what I thought. She walks away and plays some kid crap on her phone as I hear the video playing. I turn it off. EK said, Mummy, make the phone work. EK starts whining, screaming and kicking EM. She fends off her houseboy and angrily walks towards me. She says, you idiot, turn the Wi-Fi back on. I said, I'm sorry, I think you have the wrong person. She says, shut up smartass and turn the Wi-Fi back on. I'm sorry ma'am, but I don't recognise you. You must have the wrong person. I'm calling security and getting you kicked out. I'm snickering at this point. Okay ma'am, you do you. She comes back with a security guard and says, he's the one who stole my phone, arrest him. The security guard says, is this true? To which I reply, no, and if you want, I can show you why. I proceed to tell him the specifications of my phone, the colour, under the case, the backup password, how it unlocks with my fingerprint. It has a redacted network SIM card, the wallpaper, how it had my school ID card in the card holder on the case. I told her all the contacts on the phone since I have 15 contacts, which are all family and 3 close friends. Also, if it called the contact sister, it would call my sister's phone, who was right next to me. The EM said, no, he changed all of that. My phone didn't have a lock. And I say, then whose phone is that? Me pointing towards a houseborn who had taken a phone out of her pocket who was just trying to play a video. That's EK's phone. What about the iPad? And I say to the security guard, she has an iPad which is probably in her bag and was used by EK. The security guard asked her to show the contents of her purse, which she hesitantly did, and it revealed an iPad. She was asked to leave the building, but she begged as her kid was sick and needed a doctor, so the guards let her stay, but she was seated in a different area than me. My parents came out with my little sister and we went home. Haven't been to the same hospital since, as in an area with such people, but it was the only one open at 1 AM that day. Thanks for reading. Edit. Due to the confusion, my little sister was with the doctor, my older sister was the one I was hotspotting. Damn, that's the first EM story I've heard about hotspotting, but again, it doesn't surprise me. What is your thoughts on this story, guys? Would you have hotspotted the EM to begin with, or just told her to get lost? Let me know in those comments below. As always guys, your love, support means the absolute world to me. It pushes our channel further every time, and I can't thank you enough. If you do want to support me further, watch another video, which will be on your screen right now. Enjoy. Much love guys.